Hey guys, welcome back to Diet Jesus. My name is Maple.
And I'm Arianna.
And today we are watching The Bear. We are in season 3, episode 10.
The finale, season finale.
Season finale.
And if you like what you see here, please like and subscribe and then check out our Patreon. We have full-length watch-alongs as well as early access to YouTube edits before they go live. Woo!
How are we doing so far?
Okay, so this is a flashback.
Chef. Morning, Chef.
Chef, morning.
How are we doing? First week?
First day.
Really? Sous chefs have you making family meal?
Yes, chef.
A lot of pressure, especially roast chicken.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
We love it. Can I help you? Show you a few things, get you started?
Please?
Good.
Yeah.
You can feel the wishbone in there?
Yes.
So it's on both sides. And you know, as a child,
Right. Make a wish.
roasted chicken, yeah, we take the wishbone out, we hang it up and dry it overnight, and then try to break who was going to be the lucky person. But now I'm just scraping with the tip of my knife. You see? Hear it. You can feel it, right? The vibration on the knife. There we go. Your wishbone. Perfect. Save that for tomorrow. Now we're going to truss it.
Okay.
Begin by wrapping it underneath the Pope's nose.
Pope's nose?
I
Make a
love these
figure eight. You see
examples
that
of
eight, right?
how many
Yes.
people were gentle
And then
with him.
Why do they call it the Pope's nose?
The Pope's nose.
Yeah.
So it's funny. The story. There's a couple stories, but the one I like the most, or the one I've heard the most, time in England under the reign of King James III, and it was anti-Catholic sentiment going around the country. They called the ass end of the bird the Pope's nose. It's a derogatory comment.
Now
So
it's just
since about-
transcended into how you die a roast chicken.
I went to work for a French chef named Roland Hennin, and I was the staff cook. And he came to me one day and he asked me, he said, Thomas, do you know why cooks cook? He said, we cook to nurture people. I know people call me a chef, but our trade is cooking. And that to me is such a profound profession because we get to really be part of people's lives in significant ways. Never forget that. We are here today because of those who came before us. This is your first day.
Chef.
You'll have a legacy here in this restaurant, you know, and after you leave. So always remember, right? Come in every single day and just try to do a little better than the day before. Just a little better. And that'll compound over the years that you're here. And you'll leave this restaurant with education, training, skills, and a path forward. You're nurturing yourself, you're nurturing the team you're cooking for, you're going to be nurturing our guests, we're even nurturing our farmers, our fishermen, our foragers, our gardeners who are bringing us all these wonderful ingredients. And so just remember, right? It's all about nurturing. But you at it.
As he remembered. I love this season. I do too. Save it for tomorrow. Oh yeah, because there's the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Richie kind of reminds me of? A cat.
A kitty cat.
Yeah, like just like how cats have these little personalities. He kind of reminds me of a cat.
Yeah.
Carmy's like a lizard. He's a little stoic.
Largo fa totem della città. Largo. Freaking ball. Back where we started.
Did you see that we hung your jersey up there?
Tired it, huh?
Yeah, fastest retired number of all time.
Thank you.
Hey, man, we're honored.
Legend.
Yeah, dude, that's my legendary dog right there.
And his legendary 4 days.
5 days. And I'd like to think that had I stayed on, my talents would have just flourished exponentially.
Yeah, so you're saying that we would have just retired your
This
jersey?
is what I'm saying. Correct.
you.
Like, in reality, you saved us some time.
Yes, because every second counts, bitches. You know where you're going yet?
I guess, like, reality hasn't set in yet on that?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be
yes.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this I know to be true. Hey, you guys mind if I hang in here for service?
You don't want to sit out there?
No. Yeah.
He wants to be inspired again.
Yeah, he needs it because it's
The morale is
That's what I'm puncturing, because I'm just thinking about.
he's like
noodles.
fangirling.
So
Yes.
What's up with the restaurant? What's going on?
it's so cute.
He
Kicking my
is
ass as usual.
Yeah.
Been an adrenaline junkie my whole life, but that shit does not come for free, and I don't think I want to pay with my sanity anymore.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's time to rock. You want to lead?
No thanks, I'm retired.
Mind if I take it?
Go get him, Chef Jess.
You know, actually, again, needles. Hope to.
Yeah, you know what? I got
Sure. Why did I say needles so much?
Oh, she looks so cute.
She does.
I love Sydney. I don't care what anyone says.
I think we're yeah.
And I also just love
Hey,
her
everybody's,
talking
Chef
about
Sydney.
winning the award for the bear. She's like, I just wanted insurance.
She's like, I just wanted dental insurance.
I know, and now look at her. You go, girl.
I remember the first time I yelled hands, and it was simultaneously the happiest, most terrifying moment of my life. I was staring at it from the past all the way through the dining room. Like,
Do you remember yours?
My first dish?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was awful.
The experience or the dish?
The dish was awful.
I never knew that. That's cool.
Things you learn when you're doing that with
Oh,
your
that's actually him.
it's just really nice.
And I put like all these different like dollops on it and I showed it to Alex and he was just like, took a picture and he, uploaded it to Twitter and he said, I just seen the greatest ganache ever. Innovation still exists and my heart like dropped. Like I was like, oh man. Then it was just like that feeling of like creating something new.
And then having someone you really respect.
Absolutely.
You say, okay,
Yeah.
it's ready to go on. Not just you saying it's ready to go on.
Chef, it's not ready yet. Understand?
It's never ready.
Sydney is realizing she's not getting the kudos.
He's not giving kudos to anybody. He's a one-man show.
He needs to realize his
Dare I
biggest
say that
critic is
greatest
himself. Like,
mistake
he's
is
worried
working
about
for bad
the wrong
boss.
things.
Such that what it unlocks in you is the culture that you choose to create.
This needs to get good or go away.
This needs to get good or go away.
You redid everything.
Sid?
Oh my God, it's exactly like what you said. You're like, I love seeing everyone give grace, and it's like he hasn't. He's been his biggest
kind of purposely put myself
almost
in the
abuser.
shirts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I think I probably see it because,
light a fire under me. Has anybody ever the pre-order?
my partner's a chef. So, like, he's had experiences like that where it's like,
I just wondered.
kudos are important.
I'm like new and I want to prove myself, earn a bit of respect. And then second or third cut, slice my hand open. And they were so nice to me. Like it was so embarrassing, but they were so cool. Just keep going. It was someone from front of house, and I'll never forget. She taped me up, sent me back out there, because this was right before service. Like, it weirdly made me feel like I've kind of earned my place there a little bit, or something.
Well, I feel like
close
there's
to
also this sense of like everybody knows you can handle your shit a little bit now. Like you're not gonna back down.
Right.
Like you're in it.
I wanted to open a restaurant in New York City because I was like, I want to throw a party every single day for the rest of my life. This is why you're alone. You can't handle this.
I think you're so special.
This is just giving all the PTSD triggers.
It's a home economics course and I made like a dessert and like when I served everyone, just the feeling of how they connected to the food, it felt just like super magical. Like no one in the classroom knew who I was, but they were like connected to me through the food. And that was like, okay, I think I want to do this for the rest of my life.
That's why I love food.
I knew that I always wanted to make things for people. And then growing up, my parents were never in a good place, but I always knew that I could make something so specific that would bring them joy, and that was the thing that I got addicted to. And I think that I seek approval out of people every single day. And
What's your why, chef? What's your why?
Spoon. I'm to use my watch.
This will be quick. I just wanted to thank you all for being here. And it's so lovely to see you all again. You've all played a beautiful part in keeping this particular plate spinning, for which I am eternally grateful. I never thought I'd be here, not in my wildest dreams.
I have chills already.
Thinking the other night, when I first started cooking professionally, I was a garde manger in a brasserie in London, and it was an open kitchen, so I could see all of the customers coming in, and rather terrifyingly, they could also see me. But I was there for 7 years all in. I worked my way up to CDC, and
Wow.
over that time, something rather beautiful happened. I would see the regulars come in with their kids and their teenagers. I would watch those kids become teenagers, and I saw families grow. Families, people got married, people had kids. I got to know them all, and I got to celebrate with them. People often talk about restaurants as in, what's the history of it? What's the impact it's making? What awards have they won? What about the, quote, chef? And I think what I've learnt over the years is people don't remember the food. Sorry. It's the people that they remember. And so I just wanted to say, I'm so grateful that you're all here. and thank you.
People work for people,
Going to 21.
not company.
Just can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Is there a secret?
Secret to what?
Staying all pumped,
Pumped, like inspired?
inspired.
I wish.
There's not.
There's not. There's just not like a secret.
How do you do it?
I think I surround myself with people better than myself.
What about when you're not at work?
Didn't mean it work.
So maybe that's the secret then.
Don't tell anybody. Hands.
Did you work on this?
I think Carmy and I shot probably 10 million of these peas, day in, day out.
I like a trauma dish them.
It's a big time trauma dish. Messed up though is like currently make a dessert version.
Really?
Yeah. Sweet pea panna cotta.
You kind of repurposed your trauma then, I guess.
Carmy, are you listening? Repurpose your trauma. Come on. No,
He's really not.
staring at the same guy.
What?
Who are you staring at?
Just a asshole over there.
Don't all look at months.
Oh shit,
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
He's the fucking worst and one of the best chefs in the world.
Well,
Used to be one of the best chefs in the world.
Used to
Total
be.
prick. Bastard made me very, probably, mentally ill, dead inside, cold. Never turns it off. Accomplishes
Like
more by
you're
10 a.m. than
becoming?
most people do in a lifetime. I don't think he sleeps.
You don't
I don't think he
sleep.
eats. I don't think he loves.
that's you, bud.
Black pepper for some reason. He is getting up.
Calm.
Carmen.
Carmy.
No. Oh, God.
Is he gonna
I'm
fight
so
him? What is he doing?
Is he gonna fight him?
I don't know. I'm really. He's like.
Probably not.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable.
I want to look away.
I don't want to watch it all. Like, I would probably fast forward through this if this wasn't for the channel.
Ragazzo?
Ew. Joel McHale plays bad so well, though.
I always wondered what I would say to you if I got to see you again.
Okay, let's have it.
Yeah, say it. Just do it.
After you, I don't have much.
For anything in particular?
No, just generally being you, I think.
Got it. Well, this has been nice. Still have these, huh?
I think about you too much.
Stop. You could just let it go. Just end it there,
I
man.
don't think about you.
Ooh.
Why are you such a fucking asshole?
How am I an asshole?
Do you have half an hour?
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm welcome?
You were an okay chef when you started with me, and you left an excellent chef. So you're welcome.
It's like whiplash, bro.
It's like whiplash all over again.
This is his
You gave me
whiplash.
ulcers and panic attacks and nightmares. You know that, right? You understand that?
Yeah, I gave you confidence and leadership and ability.
My life stopped.
That's the point, right? You wanted to be great. You wanted to be excellent. So you got rid of all the bullshit and you concentrated and you got focused and you got great. You got excellent. It worked.
It is fucked up, but
I'm gonna go piss now.
so now we go to therapy, Carmy.
Yeah.
Per the rest. Oh man, the blue washing over him.
It looks crazy. God, their shots are so good. Their shots are impeccable. Their dialogue is impeccable.
He said you're excellent now.
So go.
Go be excellent.
He said you're excellent. So you got your validation. Now go try to have some semblance of a life. You just described yourself to him.
And maybe now you can try to be like every other chef that's been around you.
Yeah.
The rest of the chefs that
It's like you had so many other better examples, but you decided to be the asshole.
Are you here for a minute?
Oh, they flirty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my sister's here, and
We got love interest for Sid.
what about you? Do you have siblings?
No.
Oh, wow, an only.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Was that hard ever?
No.
Really?
I got all the attention.
Ah, I see. Okay, I get that. Yeah, nice. But doesn't that also mean you also get all of the bad stuff too?
Honestly, no. Sorry, yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I guess it proves it doesn't have to be brutal. It can be like more normal. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
It sounds nice.
Yeah. Are you close?
Yeah. Best friends and kind of lost touch. So.
It's nice to reconnect.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when it literally is like a best friend that you saw every day of your life and you kind of went through this sort of battle together. Yeah. Do you have anybody like that in your life?
War buddies.
You're my dad.
Sorry, that's how it feels.
Dad, apart from your dad.
This is true.
He said, "Oh, hey, Lucas. Sydney, could I borrow you for a second?"
Yeah, sure.
All right. Hi.
What's up?
You just talked to Carmy?
Sure. No, not yet.
Okay. All right. Cool. I mean, let me know. If I need to
Yeah.
start looking.
Come on, don't lose up.
I get it. I would if
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just know. This is a big change for you, and I wasn't sure if you'd spoken to him yet, so I didn't.
No, I just haven't found the right time. I think.
And there never is.
Yeah.
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 So are you gonna take it,
You're
Sid?
still interested?
Yes.
Okay. Because I sort of want to start making this thing
Absolutely.
real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah. I'm starting to look at spaces.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's getting exciting.
Yeah, I bet.
Said fly free.
Fly free, little birdie.
Just
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Great. All right.
So awkward.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Chef.
Yeah.
Please go give him like a pick-me-up speech
Hey,
or
old friend.
something.
Chef.
Finally had enough, have you?
No. It's, I just wanted some air.
Yeah, me too. On late nights here, I used to come out and watch the construction of that. I watched that whole building being built in its entirety.
Really?
Yeah. It's like real life Jenga. Oh, to see them set up the crane was like, oh,
Yeah, no, it's totally insane.
bonkers.
I don't think I ever got to tell you just how much I learned in this place.
How much did you learn?
It's a lot. Thank you.
Well, I learned plenty myself. I learned that I want to sleep in more,
Uh-huh.
want to go to a party. I want to meet people.
Live.
Precisely.
That's why you're closing?
Yeah. But, I got to do all the things I wanted to do, the way I wanted to do them, with the people I wanted to do them with. So
That's
can't
such
ask
a good
more than that,
sentiment.
really. And now you're starting.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Feels
wants
like I've been
to
starting
be.
forever.
Yeah, the finish line keeps moving.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I've heard your restaurant is wonderful.
Oh,
Congratulations. Truly, Carmen.
thank you. It's very nice.
But you need to get some turns.
Yeah,
in.
no, it's a miracle these places exist.
Preach.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
What would you tell yourself when you were where I am? I know.
I think I'd tell myself that you have no idea what you're doing, and therefore you're invincible.
Ayo.
Perspective.
Love that.
Can I ask you something, Carmen? Next time we see each other,
Yeah.
will you call me Andrea?
Oh.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. Awfully quiet.
Chef.
Thank you, chef. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh. I cannot wait to see what they do with Carmy next season. Because oh God, I hope it's a hard left.
I feel like the whole next season will have to be focused on him.
Yeah.
With passion and love, the neighbors complain about the noises above.
Are they all at Sid's place?
They are.
Because it's empty.
How bad? Ooh, Andrea Terry's in my freezer and all the waffles and
This is amazing. Andrea Terry loves this shit.
Andrea Terry loves this shit. I love that. Are they playing craps?
$100. Yeah.
No.
waffles.
With caviar.
Just goes into your mouth.
There's really nothing better than seeing the good, really talented boss, just being a pleasure. Ooh. And it's one of those things that's like, do I go be a part of this thing that's going to guarantee me money, or do I stay with the family?
Yeah, does she feel? Because it's like
It's
a little bit of you. A little bit of you would feel responsible for the community that
100%
has already kind of started to be fostered.
Yeah,
and that you've come into.
But also, though, let's be really freaking real about this right now. Where's Carmy?
Yeah.
Let's be so for real.
I'm gonna grab something outside.
Just freaking out. This whole season's been like a Sydney panic attack, just building. Yep, here we go.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, that's, when you're a manager, that's how that feels. It would give me nightmares. Like Carmy.
Pressure, man.
I would have bad dreams if I was that stressed. accepts because he really needs her. She needs him to crack like an egg because then he could sympathize with her.
Yeah.
Because this is her first real exposure to this type of like work in this
Computer review. Oh, are they gonna leave us like confusing, excellent, culinary, this innovative, brilliant, sloppy? What? Inconsistent. I swear to God, if you leave us on the cliffhanger for this, I'm gonna be pissed. I think that was excitement. I don't think that was negative. I think that was excitement. I don't think that was negative.
I think he wants it to work. I just think that this is more about like how like he's not recognizing like he's creating that block. Even like that guy that walked up to him, he's too concerned with the likes of others, and he's too involved in the way he thinks those things have affected him without like recognizing, like he really needs to recognize the good parts, and he needs to be more open, because I don't think he would allow himself, like he doesn't allow himself to have fun right now. So it's not like he's yearning for that, because he already fucking was terrible to Claire Bear. And it's kind of like the advice that she just gave him, you know, or like saying why she like is now wanting to like step away from the restaurant. That's
Right.
something that she's yearning for. So she's probably slowly been taking a step back from that. He's not really doing that. And I don't think he even sees himself like doing those things.
But I feel like he does see. I feel like when he told off the guy, when he said those things, I was like, you did this. And when he's reliving all the things that he said, that he's repeated with this terrible person said, when the guy says back to him, like, he's like, I gave up my life for this. He's like, yeah, and it made you excellent or whatever. And he's like, yeah.
Right, but he said, isn't that what he tells him? Like, is that not what you wanted?
Right. But exactly.
And
but
it was what Carmy wanted.
Right. But I'm saying now, though, I feel like he also, it's one of those things where, I don't want to say an intentional sabotage. I mean, Claire was like not an intentional sabotage, but had planned to sabotage it anyway, because he's like, I gotta do this because I gotta be focused. If I'm not focused, I'm not that, because I don't know how to do balance. And it's like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's trying to sabotage. I think he's
he
trying
wants
to
to find a
sabotage it.
balance, but I feel like he also probably was like saw, you know, it, because Cicero Quate said, because he said in the previous episode, like, if it doesn't do well, we've got to pull the plug.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I think he knows
it's,
that.
It's one of those things where it's like, if it was a bad review, then he can maybe start living the way like Chef Terry had mentioned. You know what I mean?
But
it's
he
like
won't, because he'll never feel, he won't feel fulfilled.
Well, I'm not saying that he will, but I'm curious if that also kind of tied into the whole thing, because like,
No, because then he'll just be a failure. Like he's been replaying in his head this whole time. He's been trying to damage control something that isn't true.
But okay, elaborate more on that, because I think I'm missing something.
Like, his emotional state doesn't have to be what he thinks it is. It's
Right.
because he's trying to control things to an outcome that he doesn't even know what it is, which is why I think she says, with the advice that she's giving him, she's like, I don't think it'll help. But to say that you don't know anything, that you don't know what's going on, you don't know what you're doing, and that's what makes you invincible. So to say that like he doesn't know if he sucks or not. Like, you don't know where it's going. You don't know what's happening. And him trying to make this huge, like, it's like the list of non-negotiables, right? Like,
right.
Why are we focusing on that? Or him like coming in and having to do like the rotating menu, like you were talking about, like, that's ridiculous.
Kind of saying the same thing. We're just saying it a different way. I feel like it's a subconscious self-sabotage. Like, he doesn't realize he's doing it to himself. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if he fails, then it's still an outlet. Because we're kind of saying the same thing. Like, he's going to see himself as a failure, right?
Yeah.
But if he fails,
but he is doing good. And that's where I think having the conversations with the people at the table and all of them coming together and connecting, and even like the guy pointing out like why he loves like the controlled chaos and like conducting it all, because the customers are having a very different experience from the chaos that's actually happening behind the scenes. Like, they really, like, it's a wall that they don't break through. And so he has a lot of chaos, but it's ironic if he gets a good review, because everyone else is saying like, oh, I heard your restaurant's amazing. Or like, you know, even Richie with his ex-wife, like, when can I come in? Not until it's perfect. It's like they're him trying to strive for this like unattainable like thing when he really should just be settling in the fact that like he doesn't have total control, and there's a creative flow in the process of all of that happening, and one bad egg is like fucking him up when they just showed us a sequence of all of these people who created culture and community in what food is really about, and like what it is to be a chef in a restaurant, and like even showing that in contrast with what Sydney's missing out on. Like I think Sydney is freaking out because she does care about the people that she works with, and she wants that sense of culture with the people that she's with now. And so but because she's not getting that, she can't sign, but then maybe she doesn't want to move. So it's just interesting. Like Carmy needs to break through that condition. Conditioning, like it's just a condition.
And I think it's really telling because even when that conversation's going on, Carmy does not engage once. He doesn't tell one story. He doesn't share one memory, nothing. He's just so focused on the negative piece that whole time.
Yeah. Like it's like the thorn in his side. And like the guy said, he's like, I don't think about you. And it's fucked up, but I always think of the phrase, like, how you feel is not my problem. Like, yes, could that guy take accountability for the person that he is? But like at the end of the day, like that guy is who he is to Carmy regardless. Like he's gonna be like, if he's the villain in Carmy's narrative, then he's the villain in Carmy's narrative.
Right.
And yeah, if they were different people to each other, and if he was a different person, like then he would come. But that's the thing, like Carmy needs to realize, like, fuck that guy. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know that you said that. Like, beyond fuck you, what else are you supposed to say? Like, it's like Carmy is the type of, like, he said, like, you have the confidence. He basically everything he said, like, you became excellent. I gave you confidence. I gave you ability.
Yeah.
I gave you leadership. And like, if he's breaking down right now, that's not my fucking problem. Like he's basically telling him, I saw you capture all of those tools in the time that I made you, and you dedicated yourself to the space that we were in. And like past that, like if Carmy's not using that now and allowing like the pressure of him like learning those things to be what's interrupting him because of this guy, then it's like that's not his fucking problem.
Exactly. And
like,
I think it's very,
even though it's fucked up.
Oh, it's terrible. Like,
He's
that's
terrible.
But I do enjoy it because it's kind of like that piece that you point out. It's like, I love seeing all these people being gentle with him, because even though all those chefs were gentle and all those chefs like took him step by step, especially like in that opening episode where he's like, you want to see it, like you want to hear it sing, like when they're steaming, and you get so many examples of how other chefs were gentle with him. But at the end of the day, he took the most from the negative reinforcement versus the positive reinforcement.
Well,
and then he's went and he's let this guy basically trigger, like he says, the panic attacks, the self-loathing, I have no life, all these things. Well, at the end of the day, that's what you responded to. Granted, does it probably come back to his mom? Probably.
Exactly. And it's a whole other layer, which is why I think we focused a lot on like the maternal aspects of this season, that ultimately him being triggered by that guy is because he was in a fragile state because of the because of what led him into wanting to be alone and wanting to focus and hone in that hard, that he allowed himself to be in basically a toxic work environment, which has now caused another layer of mental issues for him and mental health problems. But what's behind that is the issues with his family. So he has to navigate farther beyond that. It has nothing to do with that guy. He needs to be, and that's why I was saying, if they were different people to each other, maybe it would be worth saying anything beyond fuck you or like holding on to those feelings. Like so I anticipate that there might be something further in terms of his healing with his mom.
That'd be cool to see, because you don't really see how it really affected Carmy. You know what I mean? Like you see like kind of like Sugar kind of comes to the scapegoat, and then like, you know, Michael's kind of the mirror of the mom. And then Carmy's kind of the one who escapes essentially. So it'd be cool to just see a closer episode. Like you see that obviously he was raised in chaos, and it's easier to get away because a lot of times when you are the youngest, sometimes especially if you have older siblings and they've been parentified, it's easier to like not even get the attention from, whether it be negative or positive
Yeah.
from that. So,
But if you
it's
think
intriguing.
back to the fishes episode,
Mhm.
the way that he was staring at the chef in this episode at the
Mhm.
dinner is exactly how he was looking at his mom.
Mhm.
And when she crashed the car into the house and his brother's yelling, you know, it's like he really like disassociates and he's staring, like he just stares like and so honestly, like
He's an
even
observer.
though the conversation wasn't great and like we knew that that wasn't going to be good and it probably he got something out of it as long as he can recognize what it is now moving forward for
Yeah.
what it is. But good for him for finding a point to be able to speak up to even say that, even if the conversation kind of went nowhere.
Right.
It's excellent. That means something. He's getting somewhere
Right.
within himself. So I am also curious to see what's happening with him in the
Maybe
next season.
we get a Carmy growth arc. That would be crazy.
Yeah. And it'd be cool. I mean, you want to see him succeed, which he
Yeah.
really already is. It's just that he needs to
Balance. There's
it.
no balance. It's one extreme or the other. There's
Yeah.
nothing in between.
And if he thinks about what everyone was saying on the conversation that he wasn't joining in, even across all of the seasons, nothing was easy for anyone.
Right.
Like
everyone made mistakes. Everyone like really fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
You getting locked in the walk-in on opening on Friends and Family, you know, that was you going to get a haircut before pre-service.
Or even stuff like this. They're having
Yeah.
conversations about like, well, what are you gonna do? You know, what are like Richie's asking the other people, like, well, do you know what you're gonna do now? Like all this stuff. Like the industry is not easy for anyone.
Mhm.
Like letting one chef like cause you turbulence in your moment of excellence when you know other people are taking their moments and like striding with everything with like a level of grace and just like acceptance.
Mhm.
And I think that finding your why is really important. Like why are you doing this?
Right.
Why did you dedicate yourself to this? But I think he's not willing to accept that a portion of it is bittersweet. Like his success is bittersweet. His level of achievement has a layer of sadness behind it that he's not willing to claim. Like
Yeah.
he's not claiming his pain, he's not claiming his sadness. And so he's blaming it on other situations and
Right.
allowing himself to be distracted by the things that he thinks he could have changed instead of paying attention to what's in front of him.
Right.
And then I think that's what's causing him to have these manic bouts of like, well, I'm going to change the menu every day and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I didn't. And then he fucks up and locks himself in the fucking walk-in
Right.
because he's not supporting the people around him.
And I think another, to tie back into your why too, and I think another piece of that was like it was to kind of gain the approval of Michael.
Yeah.
And do the thing with Michael, because he took over the restaurant from his dad, and like Michael, in sense of him being like, no, I don't want to do this because he's like, I don't want you to come to my level. You're better than us, right? That
Yeah.
was his meaning behind it. But Carmy almost saw it as like a lack of validation or whatever. So if I'm the best, then my brother will want to, do this piece with
Yeah.
me. And I think that's really hard too, because it's like the reason you really went so hard and you fully dedicated and set yourself was to get that external validation, which you literally can no longer even
Yeah.
slightly get,
Yeah,
because he's gone.
It's like
So
it's
a lot.
Yeah, he's like searching for a feeling, but he doesn't know what it is.
Right.
So even though he technically, like if he were to think about it, he has been validated
Mhm.
in a lot of ways by a lot of people. And like he just doesn't
It's
he
still
doesn't
not that
see it.
one, you know what I mean? Whether it
Yeah.
be that chef or
It's
Michael
not perfect.
or
So
mom.
yeah.
So it's like not earned per se, because it's not coming from the people that have pressured or criticized or he felt abandoned by,
Yeah.
kind of the most. So crazy.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So all right,
I'm sad
guys.
it's over. I'm sad the season's over though.
I know, and I feel like we really
We didn't even get to see the baby all that
flew
much.
through it.
We did fly through it.
Flew through it. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with us and watching the 3rd season of The Bear. We'll catch you in the next season.
See you guys.
Bye.